So for this movie, if you keep getting clapped out of nowhere and have no idea where your enemies are coming from, then this video is for you. I'm here to help you improve fast, and today we are talking about situational awareness, one of the biggest factors that separates casuals from sweats. You have to turn on this setting called Visualize Sound Effects in order to see a visual representation of enemy players in relation to your position. You will find this setting under the Audio tab, Visualize Sound Effects. Look on my screen here, Audio, Visualize Sound Effects. Trust me, this is a critical setting, and without it, you are playing half blind. So turn it on now. I would always recommend choosing a landing spot on the outer edges of the map, because these will be less contested than going to the center of the map. You need to be aware of players around you. In this case, you will see that there's a player to my right and to my left coming in at the same to the same landing spot. At this point, you can decide whether to abort your landing and go somewhere else, or take them on. But this is a hot drop now, so you need to get a weapon very quickly, and be prepared to take out somebody. Here you can see here's that player coming in, landed, and in fact there he is both in person and with the footsteps. So just take him out quickly. Bang, 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 he's gone. There's another player coming in, gliding in. Try and take him out, but I got a suppressed SMG, so it's not very accurate. Alright, so now we just run around. We're going to start looting. Over to my left, there's gunfire. You can see there's gunfire. And then we go in here. There's a visual of the gunfire. And on the right hand side, there's a chest to the right of me. Crack the chest open. Let's just speed this up because nothing much happens here. I'm just gathering a whole lot of loot. We carry on. Blah, 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 blah. Getting loot, getting loot, getting loot. There's footsteps there though. Now, I need to be wary of this person. He's quite close to me. Whoops, I wonder why I shot that. Trigger happy. And there's fighting over there. That was in the same spot that there was fighting earlier on. Just going to carry on looting a bit more here. Then we're going to have to go and deal with that those footsteps if they are still around. Still the fighting to my left. So tells me those are probably bots, and there's footsteps again. So we on the right, to the right of me in front. I need to go and deal with this because this player is looting in my zone, and he's obviously heard me too. And sooner or later he's going to come for me if I don't go for him. Right, there he is. Oh, he's pickaxing the door. Okay, it's not a real player though. This is a bot. It doesn't matter. Got rid of him. Bang, bang, bang. Pick up his loot. And let me just speed this up again because again I'm just looting here, which is not very exciting. More. Right, now this is more interesting. There's two sets of footsteps here, slightly to my left, but these two players are not fighting, and they are quite close to each other. And one of them is now coming around onto my right. In fact, he probably came up the stairs, and you can see the other one is two, so that is definitely a duo. Now remember, I'm playing single duos here. That was a bad shot by me. I missed with the shotgun, but anyway, I've got him. So that's one taken out, and the other player now is going down behind me. As you can see, to my right behind me. He is actually, I suspect, now running away. So I could chase after him, but I think I'll just carry on my looting and see how it goes. Right, so now we also have another person gliding in. Need to be aware of him, but he's a little distance away. I don't actually see him, and there's still fighting going on here. So So we'll go and have a look, see if we can get a bit of a third party or something. There's one of the guys fighting, and we're going to third party him. You'll notice at this distance you don't see the footsteps, only the sound of the gunfire. That's because footsteps can only be heard from about 20 meters away. Right, so we carry on now. We know that there are players left in town, so we need to keep that in mind as we move back towards the, out of the storm, or keep out of the storm before it takes us. But you'll see I keep looking back here because I'm looking for those players that were fighting there. I know there's at least one player in that town, and I don't want a player behind me. And the fact there he is. Again, no visual representation of footsteps because he's too far away. Remember, it's 20 meters or 4 tiles, each tile being 5 meters. Trying to get rid of him, but I think I'm just going to give up here. Yes, I did. Not worth fighting him like that. I'd rather get into a better position. Now here, on my right, I've got a chest. Whoops, to open the door, and there it is. Of course, you would have heard it as well. I'll pick up a purple tack. That's a score. Just shuffling my stuff around here. Now you'll notice that I tend to keep on the outer edge of the current storm circle. The reason for this is because I'm sort of more or less guaranteed there's nobody behind me unless they're in the storm, which can happen, but 99% of the time you will not have somebody sneaking up behind you. They're still fighting in town, and we don't want to go there because remember, 10 teams go in there, only 1 team comes out. And then mostly the sweats that land in the center of the map or in the popular landing spots. Okay, so I've just speeded this up again, just doing a bit more looting. We carry on. More looting. Building a bit of a wall there. Somebody near there. Okay, so now we move off again, keeping on the outer edge of the map, and you'll see there's fighting up ahead to my left. In fact, there were 2 sets of flashes there that tells me 2 teams fighting each other. And you can see that, and they're pretty close to each other. Which is again quite useful information. It tells you they're probably using shotguns to fight each other, and possibly these are sweaty players. The fact that they're engaging at close quarters, so you need to be careful about approaching this bunch, because you could get taken out very quickly. Some loot, I'm going across there. So there you see the fighting in the distance, but no footsteps. That's because they're more than 20 meters away, 20 to 25 maximum. You'll see footsteps on your visual representation. Okay, you can see there's a lot of fighting going on. There's actually 4 sets of flashing there, which tells me it's 2 teams of 2 fighting each other. And I think I need to start some third partying here. And I'll just pick that guy there. In fact, I think his mate's already been taken out. Just want to get him because I need to move soon. There's his mate crawling. So his mate did get taken out. So the other team dropped one of them, and I'm trying to drop the other one. There, I've got him. Right, so that team is now gone. So now I'm repositioning again, doing a bit more looting, so I'll speed up this video clip. Okay, I'm trying to get around on the outskirts of them. Again, there that tells me it's 2 teams fighting. There's 2 sets of flashes. You see that? 2 sets of flashes. That's 2 teams fighting each other. Or it could be 1 team just with both players firing at another team, you know. But that's unlikely because the other team would then be firing back, so you'd see more than 2. Okay, just pick up some loot here. Go for the big chug jug. Whoa! I nearly got a headshot there. You can see the trace of that bullet just missed my head, and you can see where the flash is over there. grab this, build a wall so that I'm protected from those players. But I do want to get to them. Okay, so I'm repositioning. There we go. I nearly got shot again. You can see the trace of that bullet. So they're aware of me. Whoops, and again there was another shot. So I've got to take this guy out. Okay, so I'm just hiding behind the tree. It's not building, but there is building there. So these are real players. They're not bots. A lot of fighting going on here. Single player doing a lot of shooting there. Not quite sure. Oh, there we go. There's 2 players. Yes, okay, there are. Okay, the one has been downed by the other guy, and I've just downed him. So I third party the weak one, who won his match, but of course weak because he also obviously got shot by the other player that he downed, and I took advantage of that and blasted him before he could heal up and collect some more loot. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, so there's the fighting up there. So at the moment only one player doing the shooting. I can't see them. They're somewhere behind those trees or that building in the distance there. Gotta be careful here. Because this is nearing the end game, so these are typically sweaty players, you've got to be careful. Trying to get into a better position. Ah, there we go. So it is 2 teams fighting. There's 2 sets of flashes. And they're fairly close to each other. You can tell from the distance between the actual flashes in the visual representation as to how far you see there. Those two teams are pretty close to each other. Okay, there's one visual. Okay, I'm going to third party him. I think there's only 2 players left besides me. I've got him down. Now I've got to find the other player. Okay, this is a bit misleading. What's happening here is there's only 1 player left, but that player is shooting the player that I downed. He's finishing him off, so it was gunshots. Now I don't know where he is. I know he's somewhere perhaps a little bit more to my right, but no idea where he is. There, footsteps. You see, the footstep has told me which direction to look. And there, he's coming in from behind the bush. He's running towards me. And as he pops out, bam, thank you, ma'am, and I take him out. And I won that game. Little noob dance, victory dance. So, well, I hope you learned something from this, and if you did, please hit the like button and do subscribe, because that also helps me. I'm looking for subscribers. So I've created this table here to give you some indication of the differences between when you see something on the visual representation versus when you can hear something. So for example, the first one there is footsteps. If someone's walking or jogging, you will see the visual representation after up to 20 meters away. That's 4 tiles, each tile being 5 meters. But you can hear them from roughly 25 meters away, footsteps. Interesting one here is sprint jumping. So if you're running and then you do a sprint jump, you can be seen from 60 meters away. You'll only see a flash of the footsteps as the person jumps and lands. So it's not a good idea to do sprint jumping when you're trying to be, say, more quiet, sneak up on your enemy. The other interesting one is the footsteps sliding. If somebody slides towards you, then you will not see any visual representation, but you will hear them from roughly 15 meters out. Then you've got the footsteps crouch walk. Okay, crouch walk, you seldom see them on the visual representation, but you can hear them from roughly 15 meters away if you've got good headsets. And the best one of the lot, and this is a secret that you must keep in mind, not everybody knows this, is crouch, walk, aim. So if you crouch, walk, and aim down sights, you will not be seen on the visual representation as footsteps, and you will not be heard. So this is the method to use when you want to sneak up on an enemy and blast his head off. Other than that, I've done what else. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. The enemy healing, if they're drinking a chug jug or anything, 7 meters away, you will see a representation. 35 meters away, you can hear them. I don't know what else to say. They're pretty self-explanatory. Anything else interesting? Swimming, vehicles, zip line? No, not really. But anyway, the table's there for you to digest. And as I say, the most interesting thing there is the crouch, walk, aim, where you can really sneak around and not be detected. So try and make use of that when you're playing your game. Okay, thanks. That's all for now. Bye.